Last time on Edgeworth Investigations. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. Too bad, bitch. All the trials are me. Hey guys, Ryden here, and welcome back to Edgeworth Investigations. So, I know it's been a little while because there was supposed to be an Edgeworth episode the other day, but I got kinda sick, so I posted Radiant Dawn instead. Anyways, last time we were just investigating the crime scene with Little Miss Karma, who loves her big, not really brother figure, but mentor Edgeworth so much. Shut up, Edgeworth. Okay, God. A few things since the last episode. I'm not sure if I said this in the episode before the last episode, but when I was checking out the character ages, one of you guys confirmed that in this game, at least in this moment, Edgeworth is about 20 years old. And as we saw before, Von Karma is 13. So when she was yelling at him earlier about being older than him or whatever, she was just talking out of her whip, I guess. Another thing is, one of you guys came up with a theory, because you guys have been very careful about spoilers so far, so I think this is one of you guys who haven't even played the game yet, since I know actually there's a surprising amount of you who are watching this that actually haven't yet, which is awesome. But one of you guys said something about the dollar. I thought it was just changed to get the rolls over here. But here, if you look at the Swiss rolls, she probably needed to... How do I say this? You get 2 Swiss rolls, apparently, in the picture for $6. She had $1, so maybe she split some money with Gumshoe, who was sitting there, and purchased a pack of 2 Swiss rolls. So that's an interesting theory. Not sure how true it is or not. And I'm not sure if we've gotten everything we need to here. I think we already checked this. Have we already talked all we can? Oh, that's right. I haven't even connected any of the logic we've gotten. Because there's a lot going on here. So, windowsill, cactus, and vending machine. I don't think that goes together. Lobby number 2 window. And Swiss rolls. Okay, yeah, Swiss roll came from the vending machine. If that wasn't obvious enough. Good thing I'm so damn smart that I'm able to tell that the Swiss roll that's on the vending machine comes from the vending machine, huh, Von Karma? What? I knew that. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll? A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over here. I don't know why I almost said solid. Solid Snake is hiding behind this vending machine. It's me. Is there a character I ever gave the snake voice to in, Ace Attorney? No, because Dusty has the voice and Volk has the voice, but no one has the Solid Snake voice. Huh. I'll have to think about that in the future. That's like the best impression I can possibly do, and either I do it extremely well or I fail. The vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway, I just realized that... I looked over at the side of the screen. I'm glad I realized this really early. It's not supposed to look like that, because I'm brilliant. Yeah, the Swiss rolls came from the machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I? Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench when he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Luckily, the man has no shame, so he just ate it off the floor. Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Data updated in my organizer. How could he have not cleaned up after himself? It's utterly despicable. Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Everything's your fault, Edgeworth. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who brought the Swiss roll, or bonnet, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. A contradiction where? Oh, yeah. Okay, now I know why you guys said that. Because Gumshoe got his, bonus envelope for $5, and then K exchanged $1 worth of change with Edgeworth. So that would make the $6 required to buy the Swiss rolls. Oh, I see where that comes from now. Okay. Probably would have figured that out anyway. Probably. Maybe. No, not at all. I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Oh. Or have we not figured this out yet? Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Just deduce. Which one's the deduce button? Yeah, I got it. There's no prompts here, so I'm just guessing. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yes. It is connected to Von Karma, since she is a little cinnamon roll of sweetness and justice. Edgeworth, are you talking about me? No, I'm not. I am not. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, Swiss roll. Boop. Eureka! Oh, it wants me to be more specific than that? Okay. There's a contradiction here. Do you think so? I think there is one. I think there should be one. Do not anger me with a foolish game of semantics, Miles. I better look a bit more carefully through my evidence once again. Yeah, wasn't that. I know what I'm trying to say here. I know what I am trying to say. There we go, okay. About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Just how poor is that guy? If his bonus really was only $5... Yeah, you know what? I think I'm starting to get the hang of the Sanaki voice. It's a mixture... Sanaki. Of the Von Karma voice. It's a mixture between our original German voice and kind of like Sanaki's. Where it's just... it's not quite German at all, but it has like that kind of angry flair to it. Then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of sweet rolls. Or Swiss rolls, god damn it. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have brought a pack somehow. Indeed. That detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how. I just want it to, like... I just want Edgeworth to deduce that Kay exchanged money with him, and he's like, I found out the truth. And he's like, actually, sir. And it's a picture of Gumshoe, like, ramming into the vending machine repeatedly. I paid for that sweet roll. Fair and square. Now that I mention it, or I was talking about it earlier, I brought a lot of the voices from, Gravity Rush into this game. Anyways, well, that solves that, but we still have more logic to... logic. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I don't know what this is about, because this looks like a pop balloon or something. Oh, okay, duh. It popped on the cactus. This pink rubbery substance, I saw it in a different form earlier today. Oh, did we? I just assumed it was a balloon. I believe this is a piece of a pop balloon. Wow, Edgeworth, that must have taken a real long time for you to figure out. Yes, I know, I'm a genius, aren't I? The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. My logic boner is way bigger than yours, Edgeworth. I'm, disturbed at the fact that you even have one in the first place. Okay, well that's another logical thing figured out. We can't connect the window to anything yet. And I don't remember if we talked to the judge very thoroughly, and I think we can still, Okay, yeah, we're done with this area. Did we talk everything with the judge that we can? Oh, no we didn't. We didn't even talk to him one time. I missed you, Judgy. Let's see here. At least the you guys in the comment section are calling him. You guys are calling him Judgy. That must be a nickname. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. You really don't need to tell us that, and it doesn't really get up as much. What doesn't get up as much? Out of bed. Wow, you sicko. If you go to take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. The window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into the hallway from the men's restroom. When I was going into the restroom, that Detective Gumshoe, is it? I don't remember his face. I fired him. Well, he was standing in front of the vending machine buying something from it. And this I couldn't believe. When I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really just continues yelling, just screams at the top of his lung. Hold on, I need to regain my composure. Oh, starts screaming at his ear. Oh my god. That was really suspicious. That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Ho ho ho! Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. The restroom window, huh? I wonder if you can really... I haven't done a judge voice in a while, so that may be different from what it used to be. I don't know. It feels a little lower. I wonder if you can really see the men's bathroom window from that one there. You can. I'm looking at it right now. I demand that you show me this view at once. Oh, is he gonna put Tiny Karma on his shoulders? I suspect that her height is what's limiting her ability to see. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Oh, anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime. Now to go watch those motion flicks of my Gavi. The judges in this country seem rather friendly. Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Yes, fair. It's not like if it wasn't for Phoenix or Apollo that he'd just be constantly putting people in jail who don't deserve to go to jail. Fire extinguisher? There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime. If you could already tell that from a distance, then why are you wasting your time examining it? Francisco, let's not try to rush absolute genius. Well, we can't leave for some reason. So I guess we gotta talk to Swiss Cheese Coat. Hey dude, what's up? Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into the Detective's Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of investigation. No investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold investigative authority. Ugh. He does not seem to like life. I need to know this guy's backstory. So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday. That guy was accused, you know. Just accused. I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me. A lot of good it did you. It couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it. Ah. Francisca, I think you need to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. He was ready to murder her. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad? Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rail off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug outside to stand guard outside. And around that time, did all of that take place? Let's see, I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once. Oh, and how can you make such a claim? One of the guards out on this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected. You and we were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I am still missing some key pieces of information. Yeah, I do really like when you guys did say that my voice for him is actually perfect, because the way he's supposed to be, or I guess the way he's supposed to be kind of perceived or cognitively vocalized, is that he's a very slow speaker, and I realize that his text actually moves somewhat slow, which I think kind of psychologically influenced me to make his voice a bit slower than normal. So that's neat. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running toward lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order. That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right? Yeah, I guess it does, little miss. I'm about to become a prosecutor very soon. You'll treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else. That dodge! +3 on block, parried, little girl. You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss. You wouldn't dare. You know, I've actually seen a picture of this guy before, and I didn't remember it till just now, and I always thought that thing he was looking at was a lollipop. Huh. Haha, just joking. Hey. Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? Place he heard the gunshot, time he heard the gunshot's pretty important. I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him or he'd be late. And just as I thought that... Bam! Oh wow. Did he actually just make a gunshot noise with his voice, or is that just supposed to be... They added that in there. He just pulls out his gun, it sounded like this, and shoots Edgeworth in the foot. He's like, oh my god, everyone's shooting me in the foot again. The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. So we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Detective Bad's testimony jotted down in my organizer. Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste. Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door, doing nothing. I get a sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say. To the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. You may no longer be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like. Ooh, investigation complete. This game's really goddamn generous with health bars. Like, I think the hardest time I've ever had in Phoenix Wright, or I guess in Ace Attorney history, was the second game. That one really kind of tripped me up towards the end, because those games are not as generous as this game, as where it seems like every corner I turn is followed by, like, a refresh of the health bar. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here. Well, I do too. I know what's going on. All right, Francisco, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to? Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. All right, then. It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. Oh, hello there. Oh, how friendly he looks. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I our new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Even you, a judge, is nothing but a common witness before a Von Karma. Silence in the courtroom. Silence, I said. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred Von Karma, and this is... I can't even read that fast, Judge, please. You bit your tongue again, didn't you? Ahem. As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well, then. Your testimony, if you please. Yeah, bring it! I love his eyes. They're not even threatening whatsoever. When I saw at recess. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There was a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Nope. I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. Testimonies turn me on, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. I know. Okay, wait, what? I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. When I saw at recess. During the recess, I went to the restroom. I don't believe you. You couldn't have gone to the restroom, Judge. Your Honor, why exactly did you pay a visit to the restroom, if I may ask? Oh! Wasn't it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? Or maybe I knew it! You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Please stay calm, Your Honor. This is going to be much harder than I anticipated. I'm sorry. You're right, I need to think things through with a level head. I'm just nervous because so much has happened today with this trial. Let's see, I announced a recess and a time for us to reconvene. But having done all that, I still wasn't able to go to the restroom right away. And why couldn't you? Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I had paperwork to process. Oh, jeez, I apologize, guys. So I had paperwork to process regarding a new prosecutor. Once I finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. I was like greased lightning. At least he stayed consistent on the going to the restroom part of his testimony. There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. Thank you, Judge. I could never have figured that out. Your Honor, did you really go to the men's restroom? But what? What is the meaning of that statement? I simply meant that perhaps you went to the restroom on a different floor. I had to go for such a long time. It was all I could do to dash to the closest one to the courtroom. I suppose that's only natural given his circumstances. I ran from the courtroom through this floor's main lobby and down the hallway. Once you enter, you can see there's a window just above the urinals. Wait, what? And it was through that window that you witnessed... Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, I see how it's formatted now. I understand. So he went through the courtroom, out to the lobby, out to the courthouse area, I guess, around into the restroom. And from there he saw Gumshoe just not there, apparently. Yes, exactly! Your Honor, there is no need to yell. I can hear you just fine. Oh, I guess I put a little too much into that last answer. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. Ah, it was the Swiss roll. Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yuppery. Yuppery, that's a new word. Yes, I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature even from as far away as the restroom. Except for the fact that Swiss cheese coat looks an awful lot like him. I mean, from the back at least. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and that big beige coat. Wow, it's almost like he's trying to spell it out for you. Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. Well, preposterous, my eyes are sharp as can be. I have like 29. 29 what? 29. Ready to see through lies to the truth. Although recently things do seem a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he completely disappeared. He disappeared, but Your Honor, didn't you just say... I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. What? That was a good impression. That sounded exactly like me. Well, I practice a lot. You sit in your room talking to yourself in different voices? That's fucking weird. I'm sorry, Zeno. Why, yes, I did. The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. The detective must have gone into the crime scene, lobby number 2 at that point. So he looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he? The detective that goes missing while on duty sounds mighty suspicious to me. It's not really anything I have to press, but I need to start looking through evidence. Because the only thing I feel that relates to this entire thing right now... Or wait a minute. Wouldn't he not be able to see because there's a balloon in the way because it got popped on the cactus or something? I bet that balloon's gonna play a part. When he said he heard the gunshot, he actually heard the balloon popping and mistook it for the gunshot. I'm talking about Detective Bad, by the way. Alright, so what... I don't know what to present here. Not here specifically. But you know what, we'll do this last one too. Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No, I am perfectly calm. I am great. I'm fantastic. You're being anything but perfectly calm. It appears that His Honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw. I suppose so, given his line of sight. However, Francisco, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different? If you're referring to my height... Ow! Can't you just hold on to that whip for just a second? How about His Honor's testimony? I believe his line of sight to be an important factor. If it's that important, why don't you hurry up and just tell him? I will, but there is one more thing I need to do if I am to correct His Honor's testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movements. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what it is. I feel like the only two things it could be is this because there was a balloon in the way. But I don't quite remember because it's been such a long time since I've seen Kay, but was Kay carrying a balloon? Because I don't remember that part. But if a balloon popped on the cactus, first of all, there could be a balloon in the way so he couldn't see. And the other thing is that Gumshoe's handprint was right here. But that doesn't really make much sense in the end anyway, so... I'm gonna have to go with the handprints for now. Because the balloon's kind of stretch. Which statement? Not this one, not this one, not this one. Okay, yeah, it's probably this one. Probably. Woo! I don't really know what we're logicking right now, Edgeworth, but we're working together well. What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone's giving a testimony? I've never seen that in all my days. Huh. If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I myself never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life. No more of your dumb LARPing anymore. This is what some people say is... Wait, this is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Didn't we already... I swear I've heard this term not too long ago. It was like yesterday. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is this filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? The party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. I sentence them to 1 year bathing in hand sanitizer. That would be some torture, though. That could have some, like, horrid effects on your body and your skin. Like, dear God. If you must know, the uncouth bench Solier has already been placed under arrest, thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well, that's good. But who was it? We were able to discover something from that smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing just murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too. Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. Well, it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench. We have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. Oh yeah, I guess it's just trying to get... I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier. What it's trying to get at is the fact that Gumshoe was sitting down, so it looked like he disappeared, when he was actually just sitting down snacking. You know, I guess the window was pretty high, but the way I pictured it, I pictured that you could still see, like, the top of Gumshoe's head while he was eating. Oh, I forgot to read that line. I apologize. And Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It was indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit Francisca herself was unable to see out of that window. Edgeworth, you're lining yourself up here to take damage. Ah! What was that? That was like a time bomb slap. It didn't even hit him till way later. I knew I shouldn't have used her hide as evidence. But basically what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. But then... I'm kinda curious, you guys. Just a fun, quick question to you. Is Ace Attorney more, popular out of Japan or in Japan? Because this does seem like a series that would do better outside of Japan than it would there itself. I don't know. It just feels like it. It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe... Oh, I can't believe I didn't think about that picture earlier. Would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Von Karma, you... Wait, no, that's the judge. Oh, sorry. Was that the judge saying that? I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm, it's just you guys always say it and I want to do it for once. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? What I saw, part 2. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard a loud bang of a gunshot, which was the balloon popping. How was that? Take it, bitch. Sir, that's not really nice. So, I'm not a nice person sometimes. I get real mean. Sometimes I don't open the door for children and old women. How is that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? Yeah, literally about 80% of his testimony was complete fluff. I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. I'm sorry, I tried. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now. Well, he mentions it. Right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? Could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, good day with my grandson. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway? And whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Okay, can I just present it and prove him wrong instantly? But I think we have to focus more on the time, right? He heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. So yeah, that's the part that doesn't make sense. Yeah, okay, I think I got this. I'll be very happy if I figured this out on the first try. Because what I'm thinking is going to happen is he's going to go like, oh, I guess the time was off. And then after that, he's going to be like, then what did I hear? And then I can present the balloon piece. Damn, I'm smart. Not really. Your Honor, there's a very... Wait, did I even present the right thing? I don't understand what you're talking about. Where is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I think I missed the right thing to present. Hold on. Never mind, Your Honor. I feel like that's it. I feel like I just hit the wrong thing. Yeah, one thing I just thought about, and the reason why that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, is we don't actually have a time at which he left the bathroom, which makes the correlation of what he heard in the actual time of the gunshot mean really nothing. So I'm hoping that if we press him a bunch, maybe we'll get a time out of him. At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction in his testimony. Francisca. If I'm correct, this testimony is hardly precision quality. I know that. And that is why I said, at this point. I think my first line of attack will be to draw more information from His Honor. In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom at this time. Or this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you were referenced were left on the bench, do you? Well, you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right. I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. When he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him. I actually really want to congratulate them on, like, making the judge such a lovable character. I've never seen someone, I know there's probably people out there, because not everyone's the same, but I've never met a person who goes just like, I hate the judge and I wish it was someone else. Like, no, the judge is perfect. Can't change perfection. Can't fix perfection, I guess I should say. Not change. As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at that point in the recess, did you look into... at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes. Oh, thank you. This is just what I needed. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvene. Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile was for. That shit-eating grin is too marvelous. Your Honor, that statement you made just now was very important. I would like you to append it to your testimony. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Okay, so now I can do it. That's what I was missing. I can't believe I called that out this time. I am very happy with that. Your Honor. Your Honor, are you even listening to me anymore? Hello?
Oh, Gabby, you just get me so well. Like no one else does. Or succulent fingers sliding across those guitar strings. Oh my god, there's nothing like it.
I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Egads, I've been overruled. Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. Well, what do you mean by that? You claim that you have heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor, recommended by Manfred von... Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you... Okay, that went by way too fast. I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francisca. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you'd need a stepladder of 4 to accomplish that. Oh, jeez. Ahem, Mr. Edgeworth. My ears are not that far gone yet. I'll have you know I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Huh. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. The sound of a gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. I'd say that has to be one of the most, like, common contradictions in all of Ace Attorney was, no, you didn't hear a gunshot, you heard this other thing instead. Like, I feel like that one's pulled almost a little too much. I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? Did you kill Majin Buu? What are you even talking about? I can go Super Saiyan too. So can Von Karma. We all can. Just not you, Edgeworth, because you're a loser. I may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record. Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? It actually feels kind of good. Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there's no guarantee that that detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? What kind of stupid question is that? I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Your Honor, you are fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking that it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true, one doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. Yeah, because Kay had one, that's what I thought. I just hadn't seen the image of her in a while. I want to trade these with coins with you. That's it. That balloon that girl was holding explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Aww, who knew? Giving a testimony could be such a difficult thing to do. What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I'll see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request you permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? Thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did on just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. Edge quest. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. And bring me some of those tiny mint cookies I really like. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. Can we? I feel like all my voices this episode have been off. Probably because I'm still partially a little sick, but... What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe. No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that. No. I'm the judge here, and I'll judge all of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? God damn it, this game is killing me. These puns are so bad. I love them. I love this game. Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of his crime. I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. Please remember that you are not on trial. This is all just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony... Ow, you didn't have to hit me now. I didn't even do anything. Oh, wow, that's really threatening. I will slit your throat with this whip. That's not even like a real whip. That's like a horse whip. My whip will object loud and clear. If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely, understood? I got you, pal. Thinking back on the state of the crime scene in the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. I was just kind of looking up at Ezra's portrait like, wow, you look really cool out there, Mr. Ezra. Shut up, Gumshoe. I came down to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got there, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal. He's still singing the same tired tune. In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I don't know why I put so much of an accent on the word melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him. While I was on duty. I feel like this is gonna be a press situation, but I'm still gonna look at everything he just said. I feel like that's the lie. But we kind of know he was there anyways. None of this seems to be a lie. He's still... Okay, we already did this. Yep. Cool quotes, Edgeworth. Cool quotes. Okay, yeah. It's very, very evident that we're just gonna have to press Mr. Gumshoe because he's not going to tell us anything. So it was really Detective Bad who called you down here? You bet it was, pal. I was left in charge of the precinct while everyone was out, and this call comes in. I want you down here in 1 minute flat, he said. Well, I thought this was my first big chance, my first case, so I made a mad dash down here. Ran over a few old ladies, but casualties have to happen for justice. Although I couldn't exactly get here in a minute flat. So how long did it take you? About 10 minutes, I guess. And what was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it? He was waiting for me down on the first floor in the entranceway, pal. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. And by he, you mean... Detective Bad, of course. And this being my first time at this courthouse. He also walked with me up to the 3rd floor hallway in front of the defendant lobbies. And did you meet anyone along the way? Well, just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Miss Yu. When he heard from Miss Yu that Mr. Faraday was not to be interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal. So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's. Okay, well... I just hope just keep pressing. Just keep pressing when you're out of ideas. You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway? Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Okay, so he's hiding the whole sweet roll thing, or Swiss roll. Very well then. And what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply, shoot anyone who comes to the door. I mean, oh I know, it was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to. Von Karma's just sitting there, it's like, oh, my whip. My whip's like, calm down, Miss Karma. My beard. My cravat. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we're all in shock. And in awe of your utter stupidity. Scruffy, you're going to lie. If you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one. Yo! But I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this instant testimony to a close. Yes. Gumshoe, why are you lying? I mean, I bet it's gonna be he forgot, but... I have an objection. Whoa, what is it, pal? Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere? Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench. Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. You can consider it slovenly pig. Pig! God, I promise I'll clean it up later, God. Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move even a single step from the front of that door. If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? My telekinesis? Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands? Ouch! I love how I'm able to replicate the same exact sound with him every single time without fail. It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? Thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything. Unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. And last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I didn't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Huh? Of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal. I actually don't know what Edgeworth is going on about. I'm very curious as to see where this goes. Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe. But it's true, pal. I swear, there's nothing else. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct? Yeah, remind me again, pal. The vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack. And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Oh. Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that? I told you, I bought it myself, pal. Gumshoe, stop lying, please. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. So there's no one else who could have helped me buy it. What is wrong with Gumshoe this case? He's like a blatant liar. It's really bad this time around. Wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do. Of course I do, I'm Edgeworth. What? How? What proof do I have that there must have been someone else in the hallway? Your check, of course. What the heck is that? I knew you didn't really have anything. Oh, it's the balloon, isn't it? Okay. I'm thinking too far ahead. You prosecutors are all the same, always lying to people. You should stop, you know. I refuse to be lectured by the likes of you, detective. Miles, how long do you plan on being strung along by this moronic detective? I have no intention of falling for his lie, because there is definitely a second person. Because if he was truly alone all along, then that piece of evidence should not exist. What proof do I have that there must have been someone else there in the hallway? It's the balloon. What the heck is that? Hey, I know. What? But that makes perfect sense. I don't understand. What do you want from me? I have presented money that doesn't exist. And I have presented a piece of evidence that does not exist either. What am I supposed to... Does it want the Swiss roll? But wait, why would I have to present the Swiss roll? He just admitted to buying it. What? I don't... I don't understand. What the heck is that? I know you didn't really have anything. Good thing I'm way smarter than you and Zeno. I refuse to be lectured by the likes of you. Okay. The only other thing I can think of is either Swiss roll or handprints, and I haven't presented the Swiss roll in a while, so we're gonna go with that. Thank you. Hey, you showed me that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal. That's exactly what I said. I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of Swiss rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief. Well, I would never do such a thing. All you liars are the same. You start out as thieves, you're under arrest, pal. I believe that you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh. There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but you then gave the other to one certain other person, didn't you? Okay, so now we're catching up. No way, pal. You got it all wrong. I ate both of them. Oh my shit, not again. Oh, he dodged it this time. Oh man, look at her combat ready. She's so adorable. It would appear that we've caught you at last. Hey, Don't you dare do anything bad to that girl. It would appear that they do know each other after all. So why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? You killed my parents! What? I have a name, and it's Kay. Kay what? Kay Faraday. Oh yeah, her awesome theme. I love her theme. She has to have my favorite, assistant theme out of all the ones I've heard so far. I know there's an assistant in the future called Athena. I don't know what her theme sounds like, and I don't know what she's like, but so far, I think Kay's my favorite. Faraday, are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? I'm not a you, I'm Kay. Kay, you know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do. Well then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, Mr. Gummy. Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. What a cute nickname. I love how she's barely taller than her. Gummy didn't do anything wrong. Kay. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail. Rawr! Oh, she's so cute. She's just angrily staring at me. Everywhere I go in the courthouse, Kay's eyes follow me along. Oh yes, I am now Judge Edgeworth. Everyone will follow my lead. This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by the gavel sitting on top, even though he has one with him. Does that mean he has two gavels at the same time at all times? I had a dream once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel. Oh, that's the same dream that Phoenix had in the second game. And that's also Phoenix's, super in, Marvel vs. Capcom. Or one of them. You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth. You have no idea how frightening it was. I was really scared, okay? God. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, okay. Same thing. Oh, I didn't mean to push it again. I just want to explore the courtroom a little bit. Oh, what is this? It's the viewing gallery. This is where the riffraff sit when they come to watch. Oh, wait, no, that was, Francisca saying that. I was about to say, that's even a little out of, character for Edgeworth. It's situated at the same height as the judge's bench. I wonder if that is to represent the intense scrutiny of each and every case from all sides. Miles Edgeworth, are you, or are you not man enough to stand up to all those eyes? What sort of course I'm man enough. Are you man enough? God, I'm the definition of masculinity. Handball. Soccer. Court. You got him, Edgeworth. Okay, I guess we'll talk to Kay if we have to. There's one thing I want to do first. I didn't get a chance to do this with the judge earlier. Oh dear, sigh. What's the matter, Your Honor? I claim to hand down fair verdicts, but I unfairly cast suspicion on the big fella. If this had been a trial just now, I would have destroyed his life. I am the guilty one. We all make mistakes, Your Honor. To err is human, to forgive divine, as they say. Although if you were to make a mistake during a trial, then it would be quite unforgivable. It appears that we've caught you red-handed eating a Swiss roll. Look, I'm sorry about lying to you, pal. And you have nothing else to say? Sure do. It was so fluffy and sweet and big. Oh, it was perfection, pal. And totally worth every penny of my bonus. I see. Well, good for you, detective. I can't believe it, but it's almost funny when a fool is this unbelievably foolish. Okay, well, let's talk to Kay now. Now then, Kay. Kay signature dick punch! Just punches Edgeworth in the crotch. Ha, you're lucky. They're made of steel. She just hiss at him. She's like a stray cat. I wonder if I should feed her something. Here, Kay, eat this blood-stained knife, or these bodies. I know you like to eat corpses. Speaking of eating corpses, that has something to do with the next LP, I believe, actually. Anyways. Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down. Ooh, Swiss roll! Something about Kay's, like, child sprite is off. I don't know what it is. It's probably something to do with, like, her, like, head proportion and her face compared to all the other characters, but, like, it's not completely messed up or anything. It's just a little off, and I can't say what it is. It really belongs to you, though, doesn't it? Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy. Oh, shit, no one told her. Oh, my. Your father, he's... Ah, don't you say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet. Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. Oh. Oh, this sucks. I overheard the guards talking. Don't cry, it's not... Oh, God. This feels bad. This feels bad just watching. About how Daddy, he's not here anymore. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Okay. I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna... Aw, you poor thing. Cry. It's alright, let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself into locking away every criminal I can. And now to have this happen right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us. Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry? Ah, you're right, sorry about that. Okay, here, how about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Oh, so that's where the handkerchief comes from. Oh, that was that white thing that she... Okay. Oh, this is like a touching scene right now. Oh, my cravat, don't blow your nose on that. I feel better now, thanks. Okay, are you going to be alright? Yep, I'm already alright. Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. Promise Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers. Aw, you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right? That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises. You're a very brave girl, Kay. You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. What's a papa? I don't know, it's just the dumb way Zito pronounced it because he always wants to say that. I don't even say it that way. I honestly don't. I'll even testify that you didn't cry, just for you. Thank you very much, lady. Huh, it's nothing. Only telling the truth after all. It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Yeah, if Francisca was not sympathetic here, she'd be like unredeemable, in a way. Ooh, I wonder what happens if I show her my prosecutor's badge. Shiny, right? Ooh, Daddy showed this to me before. Well, he was a prosecutor too, so it's only natural that he had one as well. Daddy would pin this badge on me a lot just for fun. Pinning a prosecutor's badge on a child for fun. Daddy said that if he put it on his clothes, a scary prosecutor would get mad. It's Mr. Von Karma, isn't it? He always said that the scary prosecutor said it was more fashionable not to wear it. I wonder who that scary prosecutor could be. I wonder, could Kay be talking about Mr. Von Karma? That would be messed up. Hey, Kay, look at this, it's a gun. Your dad was shot with this. Kay, what kind of person was your father? Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world. So you, a prosecutor, is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals. Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Oh? I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard. I see, and what have you been working hard on? Murder! I have already killed 9 people. Trucy just bursts in the room and she's like, I think I found my new assistant. Paul's like, Trucy, you're my assistant though. Well, too bad. This is your new assistant's assistant. Oh god. I don't know why, but that in my head just is hilarious. Oh, look at how scribbly that's done. I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together. A promise notebook? May I take a look inside, Kay? Sure, okay. It appears that to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. I'll just put it in my pocket. Hey, wait, that's mine. You can't just... Well, no, it's evidence. Okay, I guess. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard to become a hero just like your father. I'm gonna try. Here, Kay. So I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? Or, oh, hey, Kay. That makes me a hero, too. Yeah, you're really cool, too, Gummy. Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? She's the only person in the world. No, you know what it is? All the assistants are the only people in the world who are nice to Gumshoe. I hand down the verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Yes, and thanks to your oh-so-heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail. I'm really sorry about that. Gummy is not a bad man, okay? That poor judge, he's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay. Yeah, we're friends. In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier? Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi. And when was this? Oh, before everything got crazy. How long were the two of you together? We only talked for a little while. And then we went on our own ways. That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? You got me. I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister. Very well, then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Gumshoe. I'm kind of curious as to what kind of lie or what kind of secret he had to keep from everyone that Kay had never shown up. I'm not sure if it was just because he was worried that people would know he was eating on the job, or if Kay made some kind of promise with him or what, because we have no idea what their conversation was about whatsoever. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay? Well, I didn't really have a lot of money. And I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. That still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one. Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. That's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister. Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct? Well, that's why... Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal. Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest? I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question. I'm sorry about your roughly thing. Yes, well now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one. Oh, that's the piece of cloth, actually. But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger. Well, it's one of those promises you made in your promise notebook, correct? Yeah, look, see? It's right here on this page. Promise 1, never take things from a stranger. promised to never go anywhere near with a stranger. But you literally took things from Gumshoe. Alright, then I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, then give it back next time we meet. Okay. Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers. Oh, he just has a new one at the ready. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little K in that hallway. I told you to stop being mean to Gummy. Miles Edgeworth, there is still something you have yet to resolve. I beg your pardon? You still haven't offered an explanation as for why that man would lie to us. That's well... Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake. Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh, so that's why. So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this investigation perfect. His reason for lying is very simple. But what? Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious that the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay? Is it the notebook because she promised never to take things from people?
Take that!
Yeah, okay. Mr. Faraday in Kay's promise notebook. How does this explain anything? If you could take a look at this page, it's written clearly. It's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. That foolishly foolish fool. Oh god. What a foolishly foolish fool's fool of a foolish reason for a fool. Yo! Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you? Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why. Gummy! At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. Thank you. I've been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry and that snack vending machine was taunting me. But all the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough for you to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that vending machine was a $6 pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah, but then like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll, but I only had about $1 in coins. So we pooled together my $5 and her $1, and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said, Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know? He told me it'd be okay. And he gave me the whole roll to save and give to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate those rolls together. Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway... Okay, I believe this also belongs to you. Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I'll forgive you. But that balloon... I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And it's because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll. Oh, that's what happened. She popped it to scare Gumshoe for fun. And he's like, oh shit! They're attacking the aliens! They finally come for me! Oh, I get it now. This case is all starting to make sense. This is going a widely different direction I thought it would go in, but this is honestly... The weird part about this case is this entire section has nothing to do with actually solving the murder itself. It's just kind of clearing up suspicions on Gumshoe. Which is still fine, because this entire section is both very heartwarming and fun. I actually really am enjoying this. Aha! Wow, you really got me there, pal. So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other role. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. So you kicked me, is that it? You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister. It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. But about this Swiss roll, would it be alright with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go? Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders. Who? Oh, it's you. She has a really kind of deep voice. She's like, objection. Oh, I love her theme so much, though. It's so full of energy. Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. What do you mean? It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss Yu. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people? What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what have we here? What is this child doing in a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child in. What? Miss Callisto Yu, that girl is Mr. Faraday's... I know, so what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her to speak nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right, however. As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Wow. Really? She kind of needs people to be around right now. She can't just be shoved out of the courthouse and alone for no reason. Now then, Detective. You were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but... You see, isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? He is the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. Ah! I have no counter-argument to that. Don't worry, I've already put the necessary paperwork in for his formal arrest. But the investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's a little tactless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? I suppose it is, but I have the judge there. He's freaking ripped, isn't that right, Judge? Yeah, I can bench the universe, little lady. Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. I don't know why the word's so hard for me to say. Oh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma. Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. So we're back to square one. Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There is still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime, lobby number 1. Oh, yes! We hit the end point. Perfect. I was purposely kind of making this episode a little longer because you guys kind of had been cheated out of your episode because of my sickness. So I'm really actually enjoying this case. At first, I was kind of iffy on it because I like the concept on it, but the way it was going, it just didn't seem like a whole lot of fun. But like, I've been laughing a lot, and that moment with Kay was actually really, really sad. I don't really ever expect anything like that from Ace Attorney. Not that it can't do that. There are certain moments like that, but I don't know, just... That was brutal. That was freaking... And to see Edgeworth and Von Karma acting so nice and sweet, and Gumshoe too, is just it's a very good moment. Anyways, if you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below. If you want to become a member of the Dust Brigade, just hit subscribe. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Riding out.